Um, so we were doing common factors before, the stuff that looked like this. What's the common factor of 2x squared plus 4? Just 2, right? So you pull out a 2, divide by what you take out, and you're left with that. Okay? Now, we start to make things look a little different. So we have 4x times x plus 7 minus 3 times x plus 7. What's the common factor? If I wrote this, what's the common factor in here? It's b, right? B is there and b is there. So I could pull out a b and be left with 4x minus 3. Does everybody see that now? Okay. What if I said that x plus 7 was b? It's the exact same thing. So what's the common factor of this term and this term? X plus 7. It's the whole bracket. Okay? So the x plus 7 comes out. What is left inside now? 4x minus 3. And you can't do anything else. So next question, what's common in both terms? Part of it, this whole bracket, 3 minus 2y. Because it's common, so basically I'm saying what, if I read it this way and I multiply that back in, I get this, right? It's just a common factor that's in both terms. So 7 times 3 minus 2y plus 2y times 3 minus 2y. The common factor is the whole bracket, 3 minus 2y. So that is what comes out. What's left on the inside? 7 plus 2y. Okay, C. What's common in both? 4a plus 1. So 4a plus 1 comes out. What's left inside? 9a plus 1. Because there's really a hidden 1 right there, right? All right, so even if you have bracketed terms, it can be common in both. Okay, next one. What is common in both? 3y plus 2. So this one and this one come out. What's left? Just look at the first term. What's left from this expression here? 5y plus 1. What's left from the second term? Just the 4y. Can I simplify anything? 5y and 4y is 9y. Okay, so if there, look to see if you can add like terms after you've done this. B, what's common? A minus 6. What am I left with inside? 3a minus 9. Can you simplify either one of those anymore? either by combining like terms or factoring. You always look to factor more. Is there a common factor in here? 3, right? So I can pull a 3 out of this one, and I get a minus 3. Now that's technically right, but nobody would write it that way. They would rewrite it as 3 times a minus 6, a minus 3. But if you left it here, that's still right. Okay? Just the convention is to put the constant at the beginning. All right. Yeah, we'll do this one. 2x, x minus 5 plus 5 times 5 minus x. Do you see a common expression term in there? That's what I'm looking for. Is there a common term in there? Can't pull a 5 because it's in the, like, do you mean this stuff? Is that what you mean? You can't pull something out of those brackets, essentially, unless it was with this as well. But these look very similar, right? They're just the sign's been flipped. If you see something where the sign has been flipped, factor out a negative, okay? So if see an expression where signs are flipped or opposite, I guess, factor out a -1, because that will flip the signs back. So it doesn't matter which one you take the -1 out of. All right, the convention would be to take it out of the one where the variable is negative. All right, so I would take it out of the second one. So if I rewrote this as 2x, x minus 5. Now, if I take a -1 out of here and multiply it by this 5, what happens to this 5? Comes -5. These signs switch. So the -x becomes +x, and the +5 becomes -5. Is everybody okay with that? Because you will see a question like this. Okay? So now, is there a common factor? X minus 5. And then I'm left with 2x minus 5. All right, last question. What am I going to do? Which one do you want to flip? Second one, 3 minus x. Is that the one? Yeah. So if you factor a negative out of there, so I'll get 20x, x minus 3, all that stays the same. If I pull a negative out of there, what happens to the -4? These switch to x minus 3. So now what's my common factor? X minus 3. I'm left with 20x plus 4. What do you always need to check? Can you factor any more? Is there a common factor in there? 2 is 1, but you always want to take the greatest common factor. So 4. So I can pull a 4 out of the second one and get 5x plus 1. This is technically right. How should you write it? Or I shouldn't say how should you, but how would the book write it? Yeah, they'd put 4 at the beginning. And it doesn't matter if you write 4x minus 3, 5x plus 1, or 4, 5x plus 1, x minus 3. That I don't care about that. Okay? Just get the factors right. If these two are switched in order, I don't care. Right? Because when you multiply, it doesn't matter the order. Is that okay? Question number 1. You can come up and have a look at your test if you want. Just let me turn this off